What's up, family? Welcome to another exciting episode of Rappers in My Backyard, the podcast that stays lit. We rap about relationships, music, and entertainment. And today we are going to have lots of fun. Our topic today is our relationship with our freedom of expression. And on the grill, we're going to be talking about Vote 2020. What do Black men want? And you guys know I love setting up every episode with a quote that lays the groundwork for an interesting and provocative conversation. So here's the quote. The perfect world is created when the mind is free to see it. And that quote comes from Byron Katie. And you know what? I think that sets us up nicely to talk, express, relate, connect with our special guest today. Promknght is in the backyard. What's up,
Hey
family?
y'all. Hey y'all, what's going on? What's going on? Thanks for
Hey,
having me.
man. Thanks for kicking it with us today, man. How you feeling?
Honestly, what I'm saying, I'm a little hungover right now. Last night my birthday's tomorrow. So, I'm really, you know,
Feeling good, huh? Happy birthday. I would sing it
thank
to
you.
you, but I don't want to show off my skills. This is about you, prom night. So
Right.
let's just keep it there. So let's kick this off. What you been up to?
Well, I've been taking a break, working on a few projects. Like I have an EP I'm working on, I'm excited about. I'm trying to
Uh-huh.
have that ready for November. I have some merch coming, you know what I mean? I'm also supposed to be performing for this on election night. It's called I Voted from South Carolina, like a festival, online streaming festival, and
Mm-hmm.
so there's a few things, working on. So
Well, that's going to be a good look, performing near election on election day, because we got a prominent part that we need to play in this year's election. And by a lot of young people getting out there and showing their support, I think that that can lend to more young people probably getting out there to vote. So kudos to you with, marching forward and giving your support and your talent towards something that's really necessary right now. you know?
right, right.
So let's talk a little bit about your music. I wanted to know that, first of all, your name, Prom Night, you don't got an
Mhm.
I in it. Why isn't
No.
there an I in it?
There's no I in team, and you know what I'm saying. And I didn't come up with the name Prom Night by myself. So,
Uh huh.
and and also I think it's good for branding purposes. You know what I'm saying. Rather than that's why I have the K in it as well. The K is for like your nine armored armies. You know what I'm saying. That fight with swords. So that's why I am. I fight for my dreams. Whatever I believe in, I go for it and I fight. You know what I'm saying.
Mm hmm. I thought of that. I said, well, there's no I in team. But then I thought again and I said, it's so ironic that with a name that, prom night, you were the only one that had a chance to go to the prom this year.
That's funny. And I was actually prom prince. You know what I mean? Prom night was definitely a special night for me. Definitely unforgettable. So that's also a lot to do with it.
Yeah, yeah. And it's just so ironic that unfortunately our young people this year couldn't enjoy prom night in the same way. So I was just like, man,
Yeah,
that's,
that sucks.
yeah, it does. That's
I couldn't
what
even
we
imagine.
all, yeah. I know you can't imagine because I couldn't. I'm so glad that we had a chance to at least go, you know?
Right.
But if we
Yeah.
vote right this year, they'll be able to go next year. That's for sure. 2021, we should all be able to hopefully get some stuff going, you know?
Yeah. Hopefully things change, but you just never know. Like. But
Yeah, that's why you just got to stay in it. And that's why we're going to stay in it and kick this thing off the right way. So, when did you begin writing music, Prom Night, and why?
well, I started writing music around. I started writing before I started singing, to be honest. So I'll say around 14. My first song, actually, you know how back in the days, where you couldn't really search up lyrics and things like that. And I was a huge Aaliyah fan. Aaliyah "One in a Million" was one of the first songs that I hand wrote, down to to sing along with the lyrics. And I don't know, something about that kind of inspired me to write my own songs. I'm like, oh, this is kind of cool. You know what I mean? I'm a creative individual all around, so anything with creativity and expressing through that is what I do. I express better, do my work, do my art. You know,
Than you do in conversation, you would say?
absolutely, absolutely, for real.
Well, look, your conversation is safe with me, and your music says so much, that I understand what that really means in terms of
Yeah.
being able to express it the best way that you can through the vehicle called music. So, explain to me, you call your style of music R&B soul merged with a hint of pop and some modern trap, which I really love, but yet and still let our audience know what that means.
So pretty much, I do have like some pop influence in my music. You know what I'm saying? Majority of my music is pure R&B. You know what I mean? It has a 90s style, but it still has the modern twist. Like today, kind of, what I'm saying, today's kind of style R&B, but I've grew up listening to a lot of early 90s music, so I still have that in me. You know what I mean? So when it comes to trap, it's almost like beat wise. My beat selections always gonna have that little trap behind there. I don't want to say trap soul because that's what Bryson Tiller. He really he created the lane trap soul. So pretty much it's same thing. Good bass, good booming, great lyrics, and the way how I sing. And my falsettos and how I do my runs and stuff like that. It just really brings a good soul to it. And what I talk about is straightforward, simple, just like how it was in the 90s. You know what I mean? Storyline and things like that. So yeah,
More straightforward and to the point in terms of what you're conveying,
right,
you know?
right,
And it's so funny that you say that because when I listened to your music and also had an opportunity to check out the videos, it did have those three elements throughout it,
yeah,
and I took the modern trap to be actually what you said, that modern beat and
hmm,
style of, being on the street and feeling the pulse of what our lifestyles bring to our music. And I thought
right,
that was really cool. And then the pop is definitely showcased in your style and your ability, the way that you use your lyrics, you know what I
yeah.
mean, to champion really cool things,
I have, yeah, like where the pop was. I kind of like changed that because lately I've been just sticking to pure R&B, but I've had music where, it was definitely pop influence. I did songs that was dance hall um influence. I'm Jamaican, so I've had a lot of music back in the day where it sounded more pop. You know what I mean? But my home is R&B, of course. I just and one of the let me just I'm running right now. I'm just rambling right now.
ramble. Let's ramble. No, I'm just. But
I know
let's
it's
walk
too
together
active.
through this thing. Let's just walk together through it.
Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
So R&B soul merged with a hit of pop and some modern trap. That's what we got.
Yeah. So I like to say, honestly, I like to say 90s R&B, merge with, modern. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
More so
yeah,
because, yeah, I haven't really been bringing in that pop like that in my music lately. You know what I'm saying? Like I really
yeah,
want to stick to be true to myself, and that's R&B. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
I'm an artist. I can do a lot. You know.
yeah. You can. So speaking about a lot, how did About Us come together? Who did you work with on that record?
Oh, About Us. Wow, that's my Kiss EP.
Yeah,
I
2018, baby.
Yeah. I wrote that record myself. What was inspired by? It's inspired by relationship. Not making the outside, the world, the internet dictate your relationship. You know what I'm saying? It's not about everyone else. It's about you and your partner, and that's
Mm-hmm.
where the whole idea of the song came from. You know what I mean? The idea came from a friend. Most of my music is either personal experience or experiences from friends, stories, and things like that. It helps me write. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So About Us is pretty much like keeping it between you two and not making, like I said, the outside world, the general public, judge you based off that. And social media have been killing a lot of relationships. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
crazy out here. So pretty much that's
Uh,
what About Us is about. Yeah.
I like the one line that you have in the song that says, "We fake it till we make it." And that just reminds me about your last statement, where social media, we get on social media when we in love with each other, we hugging and kissing. You see what I'm saying? But we don't think about when we hit those rough moments, what are we going to post on social media?
We
Because it
disappear.
seems like, yeah, I mean, it seems like you're a machine, you know, and that machine has to keep on being fed. And the minute, the second you're not able to feed the machine, then the machine goes here and creates and starts to assume what it is that you're going through. That's why, in my opinion, a relationship is not a social media tool in order to get more followers. That's something that you should keep if it really means something to you. It's
Right.
something that you should tuck and keep between you and that special person.
Absolutely. Like if I was to ever get in a relationship, I probably more than likely wouldn't broadcast it. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
think it's bad luck. To me, it's bad luck, to be honest.
Yeah. I can definitely agree with you with that
But
whole
I
statement.
but I agree what you're saying too. Like, people show this facade, thing like if I'm going through something, like I ain't gonna lie, sometimes people fake the smile, the happiness, they going through a lot. So when they actually going through something deep, they disappear. And honestly, that's something like what I was dealing with as well. Like I like to show positivity on my platform. So if I'm not really feeling positive, I'm really gonna take the time to myself because, like, what I'm saying, mentally is mental health is important. You know what I'm saying? That comes first. So you
Yeah.
definitely want to take a break and just come back when you kind of balance. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. And just recognize that what you're putting
and
out in the world, there's people out there that is looking to be fed and looking to be led. And so they're always clinging on to different things in order to get what they need in order to be who they feel they want to be. And so
right,
we all got to be mindful of the energy that we put out. Just
very,
period. Especially being an artist, you
mm,
know. And from what I
definitely,
see from the stuff that you've put out, you have put forth that thought process and energy, because it comes off really, really good in your music and also in your videos, in the way you carry yourself, you know?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
definitely. So, speaking of the way you carry yourself, how did your song that you did in 2009, "Such a Fool," come together, because I really thought that was a great song, and your lyrical way that you put being such a fool. Tell us a
Oh,
little bit
such a
about that one.
fool. Such a Fool is one of my favorite songs, and that song was not made in 2009. That song, that's one of my
19,
recent.
I mean. Right,
Yeah.
2019. I'm sorry. Where I get 2009 from?
I
Jeez.
was like, oh, yeah. So that's about one of my recent songs. That's one of my favorite songs. I feel like the lyrics are very, like I said, simple, straightforward. Like just admitting you're wrong is always important. You can admit you're wrong. You know what I mean? And music nowadays, you don't hear music like that. You know what I'm saying? It's either blaming the next person, but not really, counting your faults. So that's what the whole that situation was deep. You know what I mean? I heard this beat, this producer sent to me, and when you're going through something, lyrics come easy. You know what I mean? I wrote that song in like 30 minutes. Wow, so simple.
Wow.
But yes, I love and that song I didn't engineer myself because majority of my music I've engineered. So I actually was in the studio for that one. But yeah, I love that song as well. The video, amazing. You saw the video?
Oh, yes, I did. I love the video. Even though it's the lyrics are very simple, the way that you take us through that experience visually allows me as the viewer to know that you were really hurting during that time and you were very vulnerable in your
Yeah.
expression. And so that's what really made it really profound for me was the message and also the viewpoint of the message.
Right. So, I'm glad you said that too, because the goal that I'm trying to achieve right now with my music, I want to get deeper with my lyrics, like really, really like put my heart out on it, because I do, how you call it? I do hold back sometimes, you know what I mean? Because I fear what others, may judge and things like that. But music is a language that speaks to everyone. You know what I'm saying? Differently. And when you express through music, I don't know, it's just a different energy rather than just talking. So I don't talk much, so rather just put it all in music, like legit, just really get deeper in my lyrics. And that's the goal I'm aiming for right now. So this EP is definitely gonna be dope. But the video, such a Food video, if you don't know, the whole concept, was inspired by Aaliyah, aging nothing but a number. If you look at
Uh-huh.
that video, you can see the similarity between those two. And I love
Okay.
how the director, shout out to Craze Cinema, he executed that my vision perfectly, and that's one of my favorite, probably my favorite videos so far that I've done.
Yeah, I really, really love that too. And especially now, you know what I'm saying, prom night, because we have to put ourselves in a space where we're able to admit when we did something wrong, instead of wasting all this time worried about appearing to be weak when what we need to do is just be real,
Be
and
real.
yeah. And we're having a real hard time with that, being because in our culture we always got to be strong, tough, we can handle it, so our
And usually,
ability. Go ahead.
I was saying, usually the ones that seem strong and tough, usually the ones that are hurting the most. You know what I'm saying? They paint
Yeah.
this whole different picture, and I can see right through them sometimes. It's like they help the most. They make sure they keep everyone else balanced, but they don't put themselves. They don't put themselves first. So
Yeah.
I agree with that. Yeah.
And we got to put ourselves first. We got to forgive and move on. You know what I mean? And be better for it. And with that, I think that sets us up nicely to go to the grill. Let's go to the grill. Flames, flames,
Hey,
flames.
I'm
And
hungry too.
yeah, me too. Shoot. But we going to bake this one today and we
Oh,
going to make
oh,
sure we season it up just right because we need to talk about the vote 2020 and what black men want out of the vote. So what I did prom night is I did some research, and this brother out of Brookings, it's a university, so it's at brookings.edu. He did a survey and got out there on these strays neats to find out what it is that black men wanted out of this 2020 election. So I wanted to talk to you and get your opinions on some of these things that his survey showed. So for one thing, I wanted to first start our grill conversation with this quote that he wrote about what his feelings are about everything that we're going through as a people, and especially the black man. To win black men's votes in 2020, save your slogans and speak to our priorities. Because, they always get us with the slogans. Your voice, your vote. Stand up. Black Lives Matter. All that cool stuff. We are a slogan type culture, and I get it. But this year, let's not go for the slogans. Let's go for change. Real change that we can see, feel, and taste. So, the first thing that this survey said that black men want is economic growth in black communities. What's your thoughts about that being number one for black men in 2020?
Economic growth.
Yeah, in black communities.
I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that. I feel like most of us are, how you call it? I said the words, you call me. I lost my train of thought.
Well, are we making money in the black communities? As a black man, are you making money?
For number one, I feel like we should support our businesses more. You know what I'm saying? Like we also have to be a part of that change and supporting us instead of just always supporting the white man business. You know what I mean?
Right.
But I definitely agree with that, and I feel like we can make changes to that. If we just
support each other, just like you said. Support is a big thing. And as far as economic growth, I really feel strongly like for black men, if they did have the opportunities to be gainfully employed, I know that would help their self-esteem and the way that they see themselves in society. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I was going to say that's a good one. That's a good one.
Yeah, because the system, 1% of it by design, black communities to stay poor. I mean, that's what the focus has been. So that definitely, I'm not a black man, but I agree that should be the number one thing that black men should focus on and get out there and vote.
Yeah, and that's why when the whole Black Lives Matter was happening, I didn't agree with the looting like that, because these are your people businesses that everyone's breaking down. And in fact, these are mostly white people bringing down our business too, just taking advantage of the whole situation. You know what I mean? Like you said, they want to keep us poor. They want to keep us down, because we are strong. You know what I'm saying? We can take over. You know what I mean? And that's where the whole hate and jealousy is from. You know what I'm saying? They feed off of us. Without us.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely feed off of us. So let's move on to the second thing that they said, according to the survey, that black men want 2020 this year in the vote. Vocational and technological training.
What do you mean?
More vocational and technology training so that they can be more competitive in today's job market, because technology is everything. So, more STEM programs for black men, so that they can learn about engineering and mathematics and things like that. Jobs that they can do from home, basically, like IT type work, things like that.
Yeah, we need more of that. I mean, I feel like we have some. We need more of that for real, because the world is taking over by technology is taking over the world by storm. You know what I mean? Everything's becoming artificial. You know what I mean? So I feel like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah, that's a strong
I don't
number
want
too, I think. You
to. Yeah,
know? So the number three thing that they had was social services, more community based services, such as healthcare, I would assume would need to be thrown in that, and more education as it referred to diseases that affected men, like prostate cancer, colon cancer. We've been losing a lot of our black men to those type of diseases. What's your thought about that?
yeah. I feel like us black folks get treated differently when it comes to like healthcare and stuff like that. A lot of us is on, you know, healthcare and stuff like that, and we need that for us. And I think they were trying to get rid of that.
Yeah. Yeah, they're trying to kill the Obamacare, which the current president has been trying to do since he got in office in 2006. It's just like whatever Obama built, this dude is willing to take it down brick by brick.
Yeah,
So,
he just he just have something so huge against Obama. But this whole pandemic though, like I really been like a student and really sitting back and really observing what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Trying to like learn what's really going on in my community, because it was
mhm.
hard for me to really understand, only because a lot of these things that's happening right now haven't happened to me. So it's kind of hard for me to, you know what I'm saying? But knowing
Yes.
that it's my people's, I'm really trying to like educate myself like what's really going on. You know what I mean? Like I don't
Mhm.
want to say the wrong. This is why topics like this I usually stay away from, because I don't want to say the wrong thing. It's a very sensitive topic,
Mhm.
and I've gone to debates with people, and I'm like, you know what? I don't know everything, so I'm not even about to argue. They, you know what I mean? So I'm just really, I've been a student this whole year, like with everything's been going on. You know what I mean? It's like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I've
what
been
is that?
doing the same thing. I think for all of us, we really need to be a student this year, because it's clear under the magnifying glass what what the opinion is of society, of our culture as a whole,
Hmm.
and we got to digest that. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It's not just, oh, they see some of us this way and some of us that way. At the end of the day, they see us all the same. We don't matter. So we got to start pouring into ourselves so that we can show that we matter, in order for the rest of the world to recognize how much we really do matter. And
right.
that's why we need wonderful gentlemen that look like you to go to the polls this year and bring other men with them, to let them know that our voice counts. They have us so buffaloed on the fact that, our vote doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? We're not going to show up. That we're going to be sitting at home smoking ales while they talking about who the next president is. We can't afford to do that this year,
Yeah,
and
this year
so,
definitely. This year is definitely different. I feel like everyone should vote, including myself. Like I used to be the one that said I feel like our votes don't matter sometimes, because I feel
mm-hmm.
like they're gonna choose. I feel like they choose who they're gonna choose already. You know what I mean? So I don't know, like the system, the way how the system is set up, I just don't trust the system at all. Like the whole government, everything. You know what I mean? So
Yes.
right now, you know, I'm totally against, Trump and things like that. But you know what I'm saying? I'm side eyeing Biden as well. Like this is what this year is. It's just
What's up, prom night? Man, technology is trying to get us today.
it happens. I see it happen all the time. When we start talking about
Ah,
something, this is the thing. It happens.
that's what I mean. It's they know once we get together and really be able to talk about this thing, that we'll be able to get together and be able to move this thing called change forward. So let's keep grilling them, man. We got one more thing to go over according to this survey that he did in relation to Vote 2020. What does Black men want? So the last one that he has is this criminal justice reform. What do you think about that?
Please. Uh, what do you break that down even more? Like what in
So when I say the criminal justice reform, it's like, this year we've lost a lot of Black people. Breonna, we lost, the George
Oh,
Floyd, all of that. I mean, there has to be something that can be done so that we can be treated in a
equally.
fair way, especially our Black men. The best reform that I was thinking of is community policing, but that would be a a lot to take on too, especially when our community right now is hurting so much. So what are you
And some
hearing out
policemen.
there about the criminal justice reforming?
Well, first of all, I definitely, feel like we definitely need to be treated equally. You know what I'm saying? Because it just don't make any sense. The half of the crime that the white race will commit, and they get treated. They get treated like they're going on a vacation or something. I don't even know the analogy I'm trying to reach with that. But when a black person do something so simple as well, they get gunned down, get accused of. I just feel like, first of all, I think the police are trained to aim for us. That's number one.
Mm-hmm.
As I said, I never got into an incident, never been into an incident with police before.
Mm-hmm.
I stay in my lane. You know what I mean? I just be in my own world. But like, I feel like some of these polices are trained, to attack black folks. And
Mm-hmm.
this is why it's hard for them. This is why there's no justice being served most of the time, because this is what they want them to do. So it's like we're protesting, they hear us, you know what I'm saying? But half the time I feel like when they do make decisions, only because they feel the pressure. But it's not what they really want. Like look what happened to Breonna Taylor situation. They dropped the
Yeah.
charges. And that's just crazy. That's like a slap in the face, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, this is what they wanted in the first place. So we could be protesting, and if they did charge, this is not. They probably would have turned into some little weak prison, you know. So
The sentences don't meet the crime, especially on the other side of this coin. You know what I mean? So I agree with you wholeheartedly about there has to be some sort of criminal justice reform, because if not, then everything is going to be not right, because it has to start there. Because as a black man, and me as a woman that has a brother and a husband and many friends that are black
yeah,
men, it's problematic for me too. I worry about
it,
that, you know?
exactly. Of course, of course. You know what I'm saying? And now it's like I look at cops like we're supposed to be protected by them. We're not supposed to fear them. So now it's like,
Yes.
what I'm saying? Now we just, every time I see a cop, I just like, it gets you nervous now, because you don't know if they're gonna pick on you for no reason. Because that's what they do. They pick and choose too.
Yeah.
And you could just be walking minding your business, and they will come for you. I guess depending on how you look, how you dress, and you
Mm-hmm.
like the thug. You know what I mean? They go for those. So it's just crazy
Yeah.
out here, and I just really hope for change in the future. I just hope it don't get worse, but things always get worse before it gets better.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, so that's just my thought on that. Gotta do better, man.
Yeah, we got to do better all the way around. So, according to this survey, the first thing that black men want in this vote 2020 is the economic growth in the Black communities. They want, secondly, some sort of vocational and technological training so that they will be able to compete for the jobs that are available now and continue to be able to find a way to provide for their families. And then
Right.
third, they want social services, health care, mental health, things of that nature, so that they will be able to take care of themselves and their families. And lastly, and to me, most importantly, is this criminal justice reform.
Yeah. That
And
should have been the first.
yeah, it should have been first, but you got to eat before you can think. And see, we ain't eating.
Mm,
We ain't
mm,
eating. We ain't eating.
mm.
So when you're not eating, that becomes the first thing on your agenda. You know, when I woke up this morning, I'm like, what's for breakfast? You know what I mean?
Right,
So
right.
if you ain't got nothing to eat, which nourishes your mind and your thought process, you do not have the ability to think.
Yeah.
And so that's where we are. And although prom night, you said that you have in the past not believed that our vote count, this year we need to believe and trust that our vote counts, because if we don't
Yeah.
work this system the way that they designed it to work, then we're not going to be a part of the process. And that's the bottom
Right.
line. We didn't design the game, but we got to learn how to play it. You
Yeah.
see what I
Yeah,
mean?
you yeah. I just want to be a part of this movement.
Yeah.
Most people that don't vote have a lot to say. But my thing is, if you don't vote, I would just be hush. Don't even say have no input because you're not a part of the change. You want to be a part of the
Right.
change. You know what I'm saying? As an American as well. So I just think everyone. I feel like a lot of people's gonna vote, and we need more younger people voting this year as well. You know,
Yeah.
but I want them to vote. I just want them to do their research too, and not just go against someone because they just don't like that president or the case and be. Because you never know if this next president is worse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just never know. Like so,
But
it's
you
just
never
it's a tricky
know.
thing.
Yeah, it's tricky, but life is tricky. You see what I'm saying? You never know anything. But the
Right.
things that you seem to want out of your life, you definitely seek the knowledge for. So we need to
Right.
treat this like we
Yeah.
treat everything, like we wear Gucci, like we walk around here in Louis, like we keep our lips looking nice and glossed. All of those things, gold chains, wedding rings, whatever it is that you interested in, get as interested in this vote for 2020 as you are in your material things, and let's get this job done. I'm over it.
Right. And then speaking of material things too, like I've made like, and I'm not into the whole designer things like Gucci and things like that, but
Right.
definitely I wanted to start supporting black owned businesses and small owned businesses. You know what I'm saying? I want to start
Yeah.
representing in my music videos because they have great style as well. They could be just as big as these Gucci's and the Chanel's and the you know Birkin and all that stuff that they talk about
Yeah.
in the music. I want to support my black people their business. So I made a post on Instagram saying, if you own any businesses or know anyone, tag them below because I'm a fashionable person too. I love to dress and things like that. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I go for what looks nice and I put things together. I don't just go for name brands and high name brands. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just to say you have it. You know what I mean? So I wanted to start supporting, that business. And like you said, the economy has to grow. We have to start supporting each other. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Building each other up and not go against each other. You know what I mean? Not be ashamed to do so.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right word, ashamed. And with that, like I said, and I'm going to end this vote 2020. What does black men want? Would saying what John Lewis would say. We need to get in some good trouble. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And you're included in that prom night. So help the people that look like you get to the polls. And as a young person, stand up and stand strong and be a champion of that change. And it seems like you're doing that with your performance coming up on election day. I will be sitting there watching that when you
Yes,
do your thing, and make sure you slip something in about the vote in there.
got you. It'd be
All
live
right.
streaming and stuff. Yes,
Yeah, so I think that we cooked that up pretty nice, and in between that, we had
pretty
technical
intense.
difficulties. So let's throw that
Yeah.
off the grill. Let it go, let it go,
Yes.
let it go. Oh, man, that was fun. So let's get back to the matter at hand, which is prom night. And let's talk about what you got going on right now, man. And this LP that you got working on it. And the title again, like you're so timely with what you got cooking right now, prom night. It's called It Don't Get Realer Than This.
Don't get no better
So
than this. Yes.
oh my goodness. So let's talk about how that whole project came together, what made you give it that title, and just paint that picture for us about what you mean and what you're trying to come across with. It just doesn't get realer than this.
So pretty much that title definitely self explanatory. Like pretty much it's me just becoming comfortable in my skin and really like I was telling you earlier, I want to speak more deep in my music. I feel like I've spoke some deep stuff on that album. Just want to get more comfortable and give my audience a different side of me. Pure R&B, top to bottom. Um, I just wanted to just be my own element. So don't get no really on this. It's pretty much and free was the first single because free is me freeing myself from my past demons and all the insecurities I be battling with and things like that. And I'm just like this is me. So I'm giving you guys me. I think you guys deserve that. I think I deserve that too. Just to be myself. So that's
Right.
where the title come from. And situations on the album I've gone through, like ride or die,
Mm-hmm.
wanting someone to appreciate me for me and not judge me based off my past. You know what I mean? Just understand me, help me, and same for free. You know what I'm saying? Meeting someone that inspire you to be the best you that you can be, despite the world thinks. You know what I'm saying? It's like sometimes I feel like it's me against the world. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's just me overthinking as usual. So yeah,
Right.
so yeah, the album did pretty good too. But I like that.
Yeah, I love that title. And I just think that that question sets us up nicely to answer our topic question. In your opinion, what is our relationship with our freedom of expression?
See, that's what I'm saying too. That's another one. That's I'm about freedom of expression. I express, but um, I have hard times, just expressing like this, speaking out, like words, like I express through my music. You know what I'm saying? That's
Mm-hmm.
where I like to express through more. But I'm trying to change that also with holding back and just like I said, just letting it all out. You know what I mean? Be
Mm-hmm.
you, be you. You have a voice. Everyone has a voice. You never know what you say can probably inspire someone else. You know what I mean? I just feel like we just have to. It's healthy to not bottle things in and
Mm-hmm.
just get it all out. You know what I mean? So I definitely think we have to express ourselves even more for people to understand us. Because everyone judge us what they assume, what they feel. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah,
Definitely. And again, our freedom with expression, I think right now is at an all-time high because we got the people out there with their t-shirts, Black Lives Matter. We got different people really stepping forward and taking hold of this fight
right, right,
with a
right, right,
lot of women getting on the front line for Breonna Taylor and a lot of men bonding together and grouping together to form a cohesive voice and thought process. So I think that our relationship right now with our freedom of expression is amazing. I really do. However, just like what you said, that expression always has to be really thought through, because again, we're always being compared to what a symbol of what Black culture is,
Right, right, right.
and just the different things that go with that. So I think through this opportunity right now to be able to freely express ourselves, I think it's more than just the t-shirts. That has to translate to the vote. You see what I'm saying? In order
Exactly.
for it to really bring home the point. So we're
There,
good with the gadgets and the slogans, like we said when we were
yeah,
talking
like
about the grill.
be, that's the
How
thing
do we
too. Like
bring
I
it
feel,
home?
you know what I mean? I just
Yeah.
feel like they taking this as usual. They would take something and make it an opportunity to market off of it. Like
Yeah.
this, now they have the Black Lives Matter shirts. Honestly, like I don't know how I feel about seeing the shirts all the time. Like I don't know, because people's marketing that these websites now, these brands now supporting Black Lives Matter because people gonna
Yeah.
buy it now. So people's once again using us, feeding off of us. So it is it's always gonna be like that. So, but everyone is expressing themselves differently. It's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
emotions and tension in the air right now. Um,
Yep.
you gotta be careful how you express sometimes. But I like how everyone's coming together.
Yeah.
The unity is amazing. Like everyone's coming together, even outside the Black race, coming together.
Yeah.
They're supporting us. So we definitely are being heard, and I definitely see this year we are definitely being heard. The expression is
Yeah.
real. So you're definitely 100% right about that one.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we got to just take the expression beyond the t shirt and beyond the
Yeah.
slogan and take this
Action.
sucker all the way up to Pennsylvania Avenue
That
with making sure our votes count. I'm serious. I'm on this vote thing. So we got to
that's what it's
keep it
about, though.
gangsta.
That's what it's
Gangsta.
about. That's what that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? We can't just keep talking about it. We actually have to make the moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what it is. Hit them where it really hurts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's so much, but it's certain things that we can't control that's out of our control though. But yeah,
But this one we need to
yeah,
get
we
in
have
our
to vote.
control. Yeah, we do.
Vote,
Vote, vote,
y'all.
vote.
I'm voting. I'm voting this
Yeah,
year.
me too. Me too.
I ain't,
So,
I ain't vote last year. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I'm voting this
oh,
year
you didn't?
though.
All right, I'm about to give you two denotes.
No,
No, no, you good
sorry,
prom night.
y'all.
Like I said, man, make sure you vote this year. Like you said, and just take somebody with you, and then, you could wear all your slogan t-shirts, Black Lives Matter, vote, vote, vote. But I don't think you could wear slogan t-shirts when you're going to vote. But pack you a lunch, get in that line, have your mask, you know what I'm saying, and stay 6 feet from the person in front of you. And let's go ahead and grab this bag, which is called Get This Dude Out of Office this year so we can build. You know what I mean?
I think, and I also think we can vote online this year.
Yeah. And through mail and all of that stuff. But something about to
So
me
there's no
being on the
excuse.
front line.
But a lot of these young folks online is perfect for them. So they don't have to
Hmm.
go out there. So there's no excuse for anyone. You can do it online now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Vote, vote, whatever way you can.
whatever way you can, just vote.
Yep. So let's talk about what compelled you to write your single Free.
Yeah. So pretty much like that. I was just trying to. Okay. Uh, so free pretty much is like I said, meeting someone
Uh huh.
and having that person kind of some you could have someone inspire you in a different way, kind of have you open your eyes, wider and see life differently. You know what I'm
Mm
saying? Make you feel like you're worth it. You know what I'm
hmm.
saying?
Right.
Know that you're worth it. And what's the sense of hiding all of that? You know what I'm saying? Because of your insecurity. So
Mm hmm.
you have this person, this significant other, just motivating you to be the best you that you can be. So it's almost like freeing yourself, like I said, from the demons. All of that extra stuff that you battle with, that you fight yourself with, and just just free yourself like a bird. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what and the video, stated that a lot too. I'm out there in nature. It is really just like just connecting with myself, my inner self, and
Yeah.
that's what I've been doing also this year is trying to maintain my social anxiety, my mental, trying to stay sane, and just trying to just working on myself, being trying to be the best me that I could possibly be. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, so that's what I've been trying to work on, and that's what Free's about. That's what the whole album is about as well. Just me becoming comfortable, and just letting it all out there. I just don't care, like, what I'm saying,
Yeah.
just whatever.
Just
Cut-
free. Free, free, free.
Yeah, just be free. I'm tired of faking it till you make it. You make it
Yeah.
when you want to be authentic, and you want to make it, being real, and you want people to respect you, and appreciate you for you, not you know this
Other way
person, this
around.
character that yeah. So
Yeah. I love that record. And lastly, prom night, how can we follow your movement? You got a website, you on Instagram. Let us know how we could be down with prom night.
yes, I have a website, www.promknight.com. Instagram, Twitter, everything is all under Prom Night. Simple, Promknght, all spelled as one word.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you can find music on Spotify, everywhere, your favorite music platform, wherever you listen to your jams. That I will
Mm-hmm.
be there. I'm there. I'm there. I'm there. But I guess, but I have to mention again, I'm excited about the EP that I've been working on, and I told myself after this album, I was gonna take a good music break and just really, like I said, focus on my mental,
Mm-hmm.
and because artists try a lot, but but really focus on my mental and really just try to build myself up as an artist, because
Yeah.
I have a lot to offer, and I really want to own in on that. Just own in on that, master that. There's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
things in me I want to master, so that's what I was trying to focus on. But something inspired me. Something inspired me to start this EP. Like I said, when you're going through something, you just start
Yeah.
writing, and I
Yep.
started writing.
And we
And
are excited about it.
yes, so the EP is called. I can tell you exclusively.
Uh-huh.
EP is called Manifesting Love, because
Okay.
that's what we need right now. We need to put that energy
Yes.
out there. We need to manifest. You know what I'm saying? We need that. So, yes. There you go.
Need it, need it, need it. I love that title for your new record. And like everything we talked about, I think it sets us up nicely to close it with our quote that goes: The
Yes.
perfect world is created when the mind is free to see it. And I really think that everything
Mm,
we talked about today, prom night, was based on that, our ability to be able to free our minds up in a way that allows us to embrace the change that we are manifesting to take place.
Mm-hmm.
And I think artists like you are that change, and you challenging yourself mentally, physically, and spiritually to bring that change forward in your music. And I'm super excited about it and cannot wait until
Thank
we
you.
get a prom night, a true one, in 2021. Everybody wants to go to the prom.
I'm really hoping for that for everyone too. I'm really hoping that's one of the best moments in during school year. So
Yeah.
I really felt for them this year. Like, wow, and the graduation. It's something to graduate. No, it was.
No, it was all
I
Zoom,
felt.
man.
I
So,
felt. I felt for them.
yep. And hopefully, we'll be together, you in the backyard, me and you talking about this record that you are manifesting about love. And I just wanted to say thank you so much, prom night,
Thank
for
you.
sharing your gift with us today. You are somebody that is worth 1,000 words and
Thank
beyond.
you. I
through
appreciate
your
that.
music, through your gift, and through you shedding yourself and being raw with us today is greatly, greatly appreciated. And technical difficulties tried to get us, but that's a no.
Yeah,
So just like what we had today, it don't stop. Let's get it. And thank you so much for spending your Sunday with me. And
thank
shout
you.
out to my man who put us together. Who's
Yes,
that young
Dr.
giant?
Shout
We
out to
got to throw it out.
Dr. Shout out to Dr. Yes, that's my guy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
helpful.
Shout out
Always.
to him. Just a great person, and I'm really appreciative that he hooked us up. You are exactly what he said you were, great talent, and I'm just glad that I had the opportunity to talk to you. So take care, and we'll be
You
checking you
too.
out. And
Thank
thank you so
you.
much, man.
No
Thank you
problem. You too.
so
Thank
much.
you.
All right, family. Thank you so much for tuning in to Rappers in My Backyard, the podcast that stays lit. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell. That's how you are going to find out about interesting artists, provocative conversations, and everything that's going on here. Also, check out our website at www.rappersinmybackyard.com and sign up for our newsletters so that you can stay lit with us. And thanks again to our special guest, the amazing Promknght. And there is no I in that because there is no I in team. And like I said, that guy is a true talent, and we can't wait to see what else he's going to do. So, you guys, you know what I love. Loving, loving, loving connecting with you guys. So let's talk, express, relate, connect next Sunday at 2. And remember, you guys, stay focused. We rap about relationships, entertainment, and music. You heard?